Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. How is everyone today? Hope you're well. Today's video is going to be all about the game yesterday, and I'm sure many of you would have seen that, whether you were there or whether it was on Match of the Day or wherever it was that you watched it. But yeah, great 3 points. Not the best of games. City were very in and out, if I'm being honest. But I thought what we'd do today is we would do a quick live log. I'm just going to say hello to everyone who might be coming on. We're going to do a player ratings. We're going to look at the players yesterday, look at the team, and ask you guys what was your player rating for each player. And also, who do you think was your man of the match yesterday? So I got home very late. It was a bit of a catastrophe. Me and Martin were just walking up the wrong road and thought, hold on, this doesn't seem to be the right way. And then it was absolutely pouring down. We ended up getting an Uber to the car park where we literally walked in a circle for about a mile, 2 miles. So yeah, Martin, I hope you've tried out. But anyway, let's see who's on first. Leonard London, how are you? Good evening. Abdi Hakim Abdullahi says hi, how are you? Edward Denham's on Evening Blues. Hi, Robert Lang, how are you, mate? Manchester is blue. Hi, Andy, how are you? I'm tired today. I've got an early flight tomorrow to Latvia. But other than that, very good. 3 points. That's all that matters. Yo, Glen Mountain, how are you, mate? Newcastle are down. I just sort of, last time I looked, it was 3-0. Best Man City fan from Kenya. You are. Boo. What's Boo? All about John Walters. Hello, Ryan Corrie. How are you, mate? Lewis Sargent. Who should start at the centre-back this week? Good question, but that'll be one that we'll be doing and talking about if you listen to maybe the podcasts and things that are coming out and over the next couple of days. Good morning. How are you, Carl? Hope you're well, buddy. Good morning. Obviously out in Washington, D.C. It's morning time for you. Edward Denham, Gundogan miss of the season. It's just like, it was harder, as they say. It was harder to miss. Amazing, amazing miss. Ryan, got you on one half of the screen, Leicester on the other, an FC Cologne on the TV. Wow. Multitasking, Ryan. You predicted 3-1, Leonard. I did. Much football, very much, Ryan. Cal Blundell, hello. Really impressed with our performance. I did think it was 3-1 game. The atmosphere was class. It was brilliant. It always is. Like I said, Everton, Goodison Park's one of my favourite places to actually go and watch football. Love the stadium, even if it is a little bit creaky. And I like the Everton fans. They're always honest and give a genuine, honest opinion when you speak to them. So, was it a 3-1 game? I think City deserved to win. But there's the big but. I thought Everton really upped their game. And we gave them a couple of chances that we shouldn't really have gave them. But Leicester are 6-0 up, really, for Newcastle. What's going on? Leonard London, Andy, beside ratings, I think our defence should be the talking point. Not really got time for that today. Only if we get through the player ratings first. I've got literally, I don't know, maybe about 20 minutes or so. So Ryan Corrie, everyone's slating Gundo after yesterday, just saying last week Guerrero missed 3 or 4 sitters. It happens. Yeah, of course it does. Hi everyone, Kiam's on. Happy Sunday, great win, but hard fought as expected. John Walters, pull the string. Manchester is blue. Andy, who do we play? Next, we have got my God, who have we got next? We play Wolves next in the league. I'm assuming you're talking about. I'm sure it's Wolves. Can't remember. You know what? I can't even remember. I can't remember what happened yesterday. Never mind what's going up in the future. Let me just see. I'm sure it's Wolves at home. Let me just double check. The 20. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh yeah, maybe it is. Yeah, it is. Next week, next Saturday, I think it is. So What else have we got? I got rid of Murder, She Wrote. Just moved down here. Joseph Beatty said, I said 3-2, 3-1. Delph was brilliant. He had a very good game. Really, really good game. I got 3-1. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. We're heading towards 10k. We are load of subscribers over the last 48 hours. So a lot of that be down to the quality of videos that were put out by Kiam and the guys that we filmed over the last few days. So well done to Kiam for getting those videos out quickly, and some really, really good interviews from Goodison Park yesterday. Voice of the North, hello chats, it's EM. I know, you messaged me. Under my new account, my grandson set up Voice from the North. So EM is now Voice of the North. Andy, you seen the Hayden chat? I haven't seen any football today, mate. I've been too busy with work. I'm packing my suitcase as well, not as I speak, but literally. As soon as I've finished this vlog, because I have to be up at sort of 3:30 to go and catch my flight. So I'm just packing everything up. So I haven't seen any football at all today. Nothing. Wolves at home is. I think we are missing Ferner in holding midfield role. He moves ball quick. We should try Roderick centre back. Interesting point. Wolves Sunday. Yeah. Leonard. Leicester will shot Liverpool next weekend. Playing very well. Very, very well. Zinchenko was your worst player by far. He was terrible. Not sure he was terrible, but I think there was only a couple of players, if I'm being honest, which we'll see. I thought stood out yesterday. I thought a few players had average games. Hi, Creeper, how are you? Manchester Blue, I'm going for a 4-0 win for City against Wolves. What do you think? Don't know. We'll wait and see. But I'll still go for a win. I'm not sure yet. I've not thought that far forward, if I'm being honest. Cal Blundell, Leicester are winning 4-0. What are you talking about? I don't know. Joseph, it's 4-0. I think Joseph's on one today. There's always one. Roderick centre-back. Dina Asher-Smith for gold. This is getting weirder and weirder. Zinchenko did have a shocker, to be fair. I don't know whether you'd say he had a shocker, but we'll see now anyway. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the player ratings and see what you guys think of yesterday. So what we'll do is we always do is we're going to start off with the goalkeeper. So first one up is Edison. So give me your scores below, and then we'll see what everybody thinks about Edison's performance. Ryan says 8, Creeper 9, Joseph 9, 9.5 says Leonard, Lewis Sargent gives him a 10. Wow. Andy, who was your man of the match? We'll come into that, Manchester Blue. That's the whole idea of what we're doing now, mate. Carl Blundell 8. I think John Walters on about athletics, but not sure. He must be. Benjamin Doku says 9. Carl says 9. Manchester is Blue says 8. Mark the Blue says 9. Well, for me, he was right up there. I'm not going to say who the man of the match is for me, personally, but for me, Edison, I thought he was superb. Absolutely superb. So for me, Edison gets a 9. But looking at everyone else's, I would say 9 is probably a fair summation of the ones that have come through so far. So next, we're going to move on to our right back yesterday, which was Kyle Walker. So give me your predictions for Kyle Walker. What was his player rating for yesterday? Leonard thinks 8. Joseph Beatty 7. Football fan chat, how have you managed? Sorry, we're doing scores at the moment. Creeper 6. Ryan Corrie 7. Manchester is Blue 7.5. Carl thinks 6.5. Carl says 7. Benjamin Doku says 6. Voice of the North 6.5. Wow. Really, you guys? God, quite harsh, I think. But who's not give a score? Oh, Josie says 7. Yeah, there you go. Well, I gave him a 7. So I'm going to say here, Probably same with me, really. 6.5 to a 7. 7, no scarecrow moments. Yeah, we'll go with that. Kyle Walker gets a 7. Okay, we'll go to the other side then. I'm dreading what's coming up now, and that's Alexander Zinchenko. What were your thoughts on Zinchenko yesterday? Joseph Beattie 6, Leonard 6, Krieber 5, Cal Blundell 1, Thomas Castlin 4, Ryan Corrie 3.5. Jesus, you guys are harsh. Carl 5, shocker. I don't know whether he had a shocker. Benjamin Doku 5, Manchester is Blue 7, Carl 5, Mark the Blue 6, Voice of the North 5.5. Maybe I need to. I thought I was going to watch. I had time to watch it back today. I haven't had a chance. My lad never recorded it like I did ask him to. So I haven't seen the game back. I watched a bit of the highlights this morning on Match of the Day, but I haven't had a chance to watch it back. I can only give my thoughts from being at Goodison Park, and you don't always get the best view. So looking at it here, 5, easily our worst player. 3, Lewis Sargent. We need to play him in his natural position. He won't get in ahead of anybody else, though, Carl. That's the problem. Had a terrible game. Should have sold Zeno to Wolves. Wow, I think that's a bit harsh. And kept Fabian Delph. No chance. Fabian Delph will be lucky if he plays 5 games in a row. Right, okay, so, God, that is some. I'm going to go overall. Everyone's giving him a 5, so I'll say 5 is the average score. Harsh people out there. Right, next one is the general. And that's Nicholas Otamendi. Guys, he is just chip in figs. Chip in figs. Alexander, City Town, Skelton Park Gain. Heard you sing yesterday. Good afternoon. How are you, mate? Very nice, Andy. 6, 6.5. 6 says Mingy. 1, Krieber says 6. Ryan Corrie 6.5. Manchester is Blue 8. Mark the Blue 6. Voice of the North 6. 5. Cal, you'll be going for a time out in a minute, mate. You're going training with the kids if you keep slagging off the general. We're doing the player ratings. 6 for Otamendi. Okay. Chipping in for God's sake. Beyond Marcus is on. Edison mad. Yeah, we've already looked at Edison, mate. Have a quick look up. Cal's a salty. Yeah, he is. He's getting a bit salty today, Cal. Marcus says 6. Lewis Sargent 7. Cal, no, City's defence was poor. I think your finishing was poor. Shame we're not doing Everton ratings. Otherwise, your forward line will be getting 2s and 3s. Enjoy the relegation battle, Cal. Oh, it's all kicking off here on Man City Fan TV. Right, okay. Overall, looks like everybody has agreed around about Otamendi. He gets a 6. So, on to Ferner. And looking at Fernandinho for yesterday. The kit was poor. The kit's awful. JK UK5 constantly diving in again. Leonard, I think Walker best out of ours. So Joseph gives Ferner a 6. Ryan 6.5. Leonard a 6. Krieber a 6. Got finally my stuff yesterday. Oh, did you? Disappointed with the customer service. Great. At least you got it, mate. Manchester Blue 7. Mingy 1 6. Thomas Castlin 6.5. Beyond Ultra Gaming says 7. Alexander 7.5. The kit 0. Voice of the North 6.5 for Ferner. The kit is silly. The kit's mental. So let's have a look along. 5, 6, 6, 7, 7.5. Scott Williams says 7 for Fernandinho. JK UK 6. He was at fault for the goal with a pathetic clearance. The fruit salad kit is brill. The kit needs black shorts. Fern uncomfortable 5 needs to go back to DM. Overall, I'm going to say and take an average score. I'm going to look at that and go, Carl, yeah, you're spot on. I think everybody else has got 6.5. Lewis Sargent says he reckons 7 for there. So overall, probably a 6.5. On to our new central defensive midfield enforcer, and that was Rodri. What were your thoughts on Rodri yesterday? 7. Joseph Beattie 7. Leonard an 8. Krieber 7.5. Alexander Savic a 9. Manchester Blue a 9. Marcus thinks an 8. Rodri 7 from Voice of the North. Scott Williams an 8. Mr. C says an 8. Mark the Blue 6. Wow. Louis Sargent 6.5. Ryan Corrie 7. Just shows, see what I mean? This is why it's all about opinions. That's why you argue. Ryan says 7. Carl Blundell 9 was fantastic. JK UK 7 was a bit quiet because he was man-marked by Sigurdsson most of the game. So if Cal says 9, then you know it. Mingy Wong thinks 7. So you can see the difference there between sort of like 6s, 7s, 9s. Carl thinks Rodri 7.5. Gerard Mulclair thinks 9. Neil Hansdott, when rating Fern and Zinco take into account they're both playing way out of position. Agree, yeah. Okay, so, wow. I'm going to give him right in between an 8 and a 9. So I'm going to give the overall average score from you guys as an 8.5. You know, some 7s, some 7.5s, but we've got some 9s in there, quite a few 9s. So definitely not a 9. Rodri suffered from dodgy yellow, 7. Well, I've given him an 8.5 according to the ratings. They're not my ratings, they're your ratings. For me, I thought he was a solid 8 for me. Zinco have more than one season playing left, but offers nothing going forward. Sometimes wonder if we're all watching the game, 90 minutes plus focus. But that's what opinions are, Leonard. It's like that's why we argue about football so much. One person thinks one thing, one thinks another. Right, moving on to the next one, which is Kevin De Bruyne. So, Joseph 8, Edward 8, Leonard 8, Krieber 8.5, Alexander Savic 7.5, Thomas Castling says 8, Manchester is Blue 9, Carl 8, Gerard 10, Kamal 8.5, Lewis 9, Ryan Corrie man of the match 9, Krieber magical assist 8.5, JK UK 9, Mr. C 7, KDB off day injury 7, Beyond Ultra Game 6.5, Carl Blundell 10, broke my heart. Blue 7, J Fresh 7 for KDB, wasn't a great apart from 1 assist. There you go, and this is just goes to show you exactly what we're talking about. We have some people on here giving him 9s and 10s and 8.5s and things like that. For me, yesterday, Kevin De Bruyne got 6.5 if I'm being generous. I would have given him a 6, but all right, give him a 7. I'll give him a 7 personally. I thought he was probably his poorest game this season. Wonderful assist for Gabby's goal, but I thought he was poor. I thought he was very average, if I'm being honest, yesterday. Apart from that assist, didn't do a great deal to influence the game. So, you know what? I'm going to stick with mine. I'm going to go Kevin De Bruyne. He gets a 7 for me because I don't think that's harsh. I really don't. I was there watching it, and I didn't think he was that great. I thought he was so-so at best. I think it was probably his poorest game this season, if I'm being honest. But I'm not going to slag him off after the performance he put in last week. Cheshire behind, he actually thought attacking midfield and forwards were brilliant. Defensive midfield and defence poor apart from the keeper. Don't you think he has to do it all with Gundogan in the middle? Don't make any difference. We're talking about isolated players. So we can't say, it's because of. Because if that's the case, then every other player who's around him should get really low scores because Kevin De Bruyne is doing everything. We can only mark him on his performance, not because of, and it's because of. And, it's like you could turn around and say, people saying the defence was poor. Well, at the end of the day, you could say, well, if Cancelo played and if Mendy played and if Laporte was back and John Stones was back and if Zinchenko wasn't a midfielder and he was a proper left-back and if Fernandinho played in his right role, then Otamendi had played better. It's just excuses. The players come in and they play how they play. Last week we were lauding Kevin De Bruyne for one of the best performances I've seen from a midfielder. But, you know, last night, I thought he was average, I'll be honest with you. I thought he was really average. So, Voice of the North, Kevin De Bruyne off day. Yeah, he didn't do that much, really, says Marcus. I agree with you. I'm hoping for Leicester to get something away to Liverpool. Let's hope so. Right, talking on another midfielder how he missed that early effort, God knows. But that is Ilkay Gundogan. What are your thoughts? What are your ratings on Gundogan? Joseph, 5. Alexander Savage, 5. Gerard Muclair, 2. Bit harsh. Leonard London, 7. Krieber, 5.5. Carl, 5. Mingy Wong, 5. He was a ghost. Lewis Sargent, 5. Marcus, 7. Ryan Corrie, 6. Mark the Blue, 5. Manchester is Blue, 6. Voice of the North, 5 for that miss. Mr. C, 5. Scott Williams, 4.5. Shocking miss. Peter Curry, hi guys, 5. Kamal says 5.5. Cal Blundell, 4.5. Great shot, to be fair. Jay Fresh, 4 for him, fam. He went missing parts of the game. Well, you can't fault Pep, but we lack a leader after Vinny. I mean, nobody's disagreeing with you there, mate. Leonard London, apart from that miss, thought he did all right. Ryan Corrie, 6. Didn't do anything bad, bar that miss. Was just kind of there. He did better second half. I agree. He was better in the second half. He slows everything down. That's the problem when you don't have energy in midfield. Probably a 5. Right, okay. I think 5 seems to be you lot. You're giving him the 5, so I'll go with a 5. I would have given him a 6, but the average score on here is around about a 5. So I would have possibly gone a 6. I don't think he did anything majorly wrong and nothing majorly right, apart from the one thing was that shocking miss. Gundogan shocking, sorry, so slow, even second half. We needed one. The Silvers in midfield. I agree. I mean, everybody around us. 5, says Kiam. Yeah, everyone around us last night were saying the same thing. Right, moving on to Raheem Sterling back on Merseyside. So, Joseph Beattie, Raheem Sterling, he gives him a 7. Ryan, 6. Krieber, 5. Gerard, 9. Carl, 6. Manchester is Blue, 8. He was average, 6.5. 8, says Marcus. Mr. C, 6. Leonard, 7. Sterling, shocking miss, 2 for you lot. Lewis Sargent, 6. Bernardo being down the left. Sterling was poor, was sloppy. Mark the Blues, 7. Peter Curry, 6. Scott Williams, 5. Mingy Wong, 5. Alexander says 4.5. Voice of the North, 7. JK UK struggled to deal with Coleman, tracking back, 7. Kiam Sterling suffering most from squad instability, creeping back to old Sterling, 6. Good point. Carl says 6. J Fresh Stunner, 6 for him, and that's generous. Give him a 7, wasn't at his best, says Thomas Hudson. Wasted so many possessions, it was awful. Give him a 4, not a 5. Ryan, 7 for Raheem Sterling. Ryan Curry did nothing all game. Missed 2 sitters, I can remember. Almost missed his goal. He took his goal all right. Probably one of the worst performances in a Man City shirt I've seen him, to be honest. Probably 6. About working hard for the team is being considered. 8.5, I reckon. Yeah, bad miss, but constant threat. Real mixed bag there. I mean, trying to get an average out of that one. 6, 9, 7s. 6, 5s, 4.5. I'm going to have to go. This is my just quick guess. 6.5. And I'd probably go for, I would have gone 7 because he scored. I would have given him a 6 on his performance, but he scored. So he would have got a 7 from me. But for you guys, mixed bag. Wasn't at his best, I must admit. He wasn't at his best yesterday. He kept trying. He looked frustrated. I don't know what it is when he goes back to Merseyside. He just doesn't really hit peak form. So you guys give him on average around about 6.5. I would have given him a 7 because of his goal. I would have given him a 6 because of his performance. But he was okay, but we used to better. Yeah, we're sometimes a little bit spoiled. You know, we can't always hit 9s and 10s every single week. You getting guests on in this format? Yes, we are. Jesus always scores headers. Andy, that defence making me nervous, fam. 3 points, 3-1 win away at Goodison Park. Don't be too nervous about that, mate. That's a good result, a very good result. So, moving on to Gabby, who started yesterday ahead of Sergio Aguero. So, what were your thoughts on Gabby Jesus? Ghost. Leonard, 8. Krieber, 7. Joseph, 7. Whoa. Football Fan Chat, 7. Marcus, 9. Thomas Castlin, 7. Carl, 8. Kamal, 6.5. Mark the Blue, 8. Ming Yi Wong, 7. Manchester is Blue, 8. Alexander, 7-ish maybe. I'm probably with you on that. Peter Curry, 7. 7.5. He got subbed. Scott Williams, 8. Jay Fresh, Jesus gets a solid 7. Didn't have much service, to be fair. 6.5, scored his goal, and that was all I remember he did in the game, says Ryan. JKUK says 7, did his best Ozil impression in that second. Gerard, I think Wolves will be a tough game. Yeah, it will be. Adele, 7. Marcus, great header. Gerard, 7. I thought he was rubbish. When Aguero came on, he showed his class. Didn't think Aguero did much when he came on, if I'm being honest, Kamal. Okay, that's a tough one. I think overall we're going to give Raheem Sterling, Gabby Jesus, sorry, a 7. I thought he took his header really well. Brave as well, because that was a brilliant cross by Kevin De Bruyne, and the keeper was rushing out at him, but he still put his body on the line and got his head on it. So for me, scoring a goal, I would have given him a 7.5 to an 8, if I'm being honest. But you're the guys who are giving the scores, so he gets a 7 overall. I didn't think he was rubbish. I thought he worked hard. Anyway, on to our last starting 11 player, and that's Riyad Mahrez. .5, 8.5, third best player. Thomas says 9. Leonard thought Everton didn't play bad. Manchester is Blue, 10. Kamal, man of the match. Krieber, 9. Mark the Blue, 8. Peter Curry, 8.5. 10 from Leonard and man of the match. I'd much rather get the best players on, win the game, than get them off. Krieber, man of the match. Carl, 10. Scott, 8.75. Mahrez, 8 from Jay Fresh. We're starting to see Pep wanting him. Mingy Wong, 8. 8, second best player, says Adele. JKUK 8.5. Andy Dean, who's quality left back. Good point. Mahrez disappeared for about 30 minutes, so apart from that, 7.5. City will win next 5 games in Premier League. Voice of the North, 9. Gerald Mulclair, 9.5. Wow, some good scores here for Riyad Mahrez. Cheshire Homebrew, Mahrez, best game. I honestly agree with you, Cheshire Homebrew. I think yesterday was probably his best game for us overall. Now, I only saw the highlights on Match of the Day. Mr. C, 8, man of the match. Mahrez back to his days. Mahrez KDB connection is scary. Amazing performance. He played amazing. I think that dribble he did past Dean was amazing. So a 9. Best player on. Don't diss the rest of the squad like that. Goal of the month. Well, the free kick. No chance. Goal, no chance. So some heavy praise there. Some on here, several people are saying he was man of the match. Well, if you think the overall score for Ederson was a 9 on average from everybody, I don't know how Mahrez can, on the scoring system here, can get man of the match. I think the average score on here, I would say, is around about an 8.5. I thought he had a very, very good game. I agree with Kiam's point that he did drift a little bit in and out. He did have a spell, because we were talking about it, me and Martin, going, he's not done anything for like 20 minutes or so. So, but you know, fair play to him. Absolutely, he looked very exciting. His first touch was exceptional. Very, very good. Scored a goal. Put that ball across for Gundogan, which was superb with the outside of his foot, which could have had another assist there. But I thought he did very, very well. Very, very well yesterday. And it's great to see him with bags of confidence now. that Mahrez that we wanted to see when he was at Leicester, you know, that arrogance. That's what he was like yesterday. It was the first time I've seen real, you know, flicks, you know, no-look passes. You know, that's the arrogance that he was like when he was at Leicester, and that's what we saw yesterday. So I'm really pleased to see him bringing that back to the team, because he's going to, if he wants to retain his place, he's going to have to do that. So, and he was tracking back, he was working hard. So I thought he was that close for me personally, and it's only my opinion, man of the match. He was that close to it, and I could have split it between two. Let me just go back here. As Gundogan as Pep Nudes has to play, we should play Bernardo and Mahrez on the wings and drop Sterling. He just because he has like one average game against Everton, you're going to drop probably a player who's been absolutely phenomenal this season. Thomas Hudson, Mahrez was the best player on the pitch. He isn't our player of the season so far to this year. 10. It was bad goalkeeping, not a great shot. Why are you doing this when I am cooking? Sorry, Ivy, you're late, mate. Sorry. I was going to do it earlier, but me and Kiam were just fiddling around with stuff. 9.5 for Edison. We just need to feed him the ball. You would expect that from Edison, but Mahrez raised his game. He did. I miss Ray on the channel. You can go over and see Ray. He's not on this channel anymore, mate. Spawn Ivor just throwing random things into my tag record. The Mahrez lovers might be right about him being better than Messi. I doubt it. Not convinced with Mahrez yet. Well, he's got to perform like yesterday. He's got to be doing that 4 games out of 5. Hi all, apologies for lateness. Don't worry, mate. Mahrez is benefiting from Salih's injury. He is. Kiam, he has been class this year. I don't know whether, I wouldn't say he's been class every game. He's had some very class games, don't get me wrong, without a shadow of a doubt. He's definitely upped his game. Sammy Albert, Mahrez didn't do anything for 20 minutes because the team weren't passing him the ball. They were playing more on the left. So it's okay. So Mahrez doesn't have to go searching for the ball. He just has to stand there and wait for everybody to pass it to him. Mahrez, why am I surprised, Samuel? You always give Mahrez a 10 even when he's garbage. Mahrez should be 100% starter. Well, he's keeping his place. He's got to be. Not Sterling, Gundogan should be dropped. I agree. I hate playing Mahrez. Mahrez will perform otherwise on the bench, and that's Pep. Oh, God, the Mahrez lovers. Yeah, I know. When Mahrez starts, he plays well. He generally has. He hasn't always, but he generally has this season. The real king of Africa, Riyad Mahrez, my prince. Right, let's get on to the subs. Normally, like I said, I'm just looking. It was Bernardo Silva came on 80 minutes for Kevin De Bruyne. 10 minutes, unless they score, I don't really bother. David Silva, 86 minutes for Sterling. I don't really bother with that either. But Sergio did come on for like 25, 26 minutes. So I'm going to say one more, and that is Sergio Aguero, and then we'll do Pep Guardiola. So Sergio, when he came on, I know it's hard, 24 minutes, 25 minutes on plus injury time. So Joseph Beattie, 6. Caballero Martin, you'll be with the Reds if you don't quite. Leonard London, 9 for 25-minute cameo. 8.5. Scott Williams, 4.59. Looked extremely sharp. Mingy Wong, 7. He brought a lot and actually started 3rd. Voice of North, 5. Kamal, 8. Manchester Blues, 7. Carl says 7. Ryan Corey, 6. He can have an extra 1 up from 5 for the assist. 7 for Serge, was very hungry when he came on. 7 says Marcus. 7 says Mark the Blue. Aguero, 10. Nice. Peter Curry, 7. Aguero had me scared when he started warming up. We looked a lot more potent up top when he came on. On, not up. Well, it looks like you're giving him a 7. I'd give him a 7 as well. 7 average score. Came on 25 minutes, but he definitely did. You saw that just a little bit of more energy in there, because I think Gabby had worked his socks off and was getting tired. Kone made Everton drop 10 yards. Good point, Ivor. Absolutely. You just saw that. Obviously, my point I just made there before reading that out, Ivor, was the fact that Gabby was getting tired. Sergio brought that little bit more energy. Obviously, with the Everton defence getting a little bit tired, they did drop off that little bit further back. So, Omar, watch. I like the trio, Walker, KDB and Mahrez. They can create good chances for others to score. They can, Omar. So, what about Pep overall? Because we're not doing Bernardo and David Silva because it didn't get enough time on the pitch and neither scored. So, Pep, I think we should start Aguero and Jesus. Sometimes I agree with that, Marcus. Joseph, BT says 10 for Pep. Leonard, 8.5. I thought Mina was good. I thought Mina was very dangerous in the air. Ming Wong, 9. Selections weren't great, in my opinion, 7.5. Beyond Ultra Gaming, 9. Carl's be very specific, a 6.75. Scott, 8. Manchester Blue, 9. Ryan Corrie, 6.52. Awful team selection. Could never satisfy City fans, can we? Come on. We won 3-1 away at Goodison. 6, poor start in 11. 10 for Pep, nice hat-trick. Mark the Blue, 9. Peter Curry, 8. Voice of the North, 12. If we can give him a 12 out of 10. That's why Pep's a genius. Use Jesus to tie them out. Brings Kun on. An EFC drop back. And there's your space to work. 10 out of 10 for Pep. We're absolutely spoiled. And we are. And this is it. We, at the end of the day, would that have been my starting lineup? Probably not. Most definitely not, if I'm being honest. But at the end of the day, that's why Pep gets paid 15 million quid a year, because he is a genius, I agree. If you said sort of 60 minutes into the game, everyone was like, come on, 1-1 at half-time, and then, waiting for that second half, to really get going. We got the goal, and then we got the third. So, it was, if you said to Pep 3-1 away at Goodison Park on a Saturday evening before the game, he would have snapped your hands off for that. 3 goals. I think that's 27 goals now already this season. And so, quite frightening. It is. So, I would say overall, Pep gets an 8.5 on your scores, not mine. I would have given Pep a 9. Thoughts on Van Bronckhorst set to take over? Well, I'm not sure he's set to take over. I think that's just paper rumour, mate. He's obviously around, mentioned it the other day on one of the live vlogs. He's been invited to come around the team. I think I won't put 2 and 2 together and think Van Bronckhorst is going to take over. Why would you have Mikel Arteta there as the number 2 and bring in Gianni Van Bronckhorst, who's done nothing really of note? So I think he's just another addition to the backroom staff. I definitely don't think that Van Bronckhorst will take over from Pep Guardiola in 2021. Definitely not. I love fickle fans. Fellow who sits in front of me always has to have someone to slag off. Yaya Sterling, now Mahrez. Guess what? Best mates when they do something decent. 8.5. 3-1 at Everton under pressure. Massive. It is. It was a brilliant result. Arteta rating. Give him a 10. Media fake news about Pep leaving. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not saying he won't leave at the end of 2021, but to say now in 2019 that Gianni Van Bronckhorst is going to come in and replace Pep Guardiola in 2021, nonsense. And we done very well overall as a team performance. Some of the ratings here don't suggest that. Well, I mean, it's everyone's opinion, Leonard. It's one of those. That's why we always argue about football. When you have Angelino, Mendy, Silva and Bernardo not getting in over Gundo and Zena when we are playing Zagreb in midweek just don't make sense at all. We have the best manager in the world, we do, and anyone who says anything different doesn't know what they're talking about. Even on the news on NBC's in America, didn't Pep say Arteta will replace him? He did, or he said he could do. What's the point in having Pep and a bench full of talent if folk ain't going to trust them? Deluded, might as well be Celtics. Spot on, absolutely spot on. Ingatcha, hi, how are you? Not spoke to you, buddy, for a while. Van Bronckhorst just backroom staff edition, I agree. Have we done Mahrez's rating? Yes, we have. That's all I cover. I think City should loan us KDB and Pep. Yeah, in your dreams. Our defence is definitely a concern. We won 3-1. Our goal difference is 20. Liverpool's is 13. Yes, we're 5 points behind, but, at the end of the day, Here's something. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the table. Let's just take a look at the table. Right. Liverpool are currently top. Played 7, won 7. Yeah, we know that. They've scored 18 goals. They've conceded 5. Yeah. City played 7, won 5, drawn 1, lost 1. Scored 27. Yeah, that's 9 more than Liverpool. And conceded 2 more than Liverpool. They've conceded 7 compared to Liverpool's amazing defence. That is, Robertson, Trent Alexander-Arnold, the, Ballon d'Or winner Virgil van Dijk, and whoever plays next to him, whether that be Matip or Joe Gomez or whoever. These are lauded as the best defence going. I mean, they're just amazing. They've conceded 2 less goals so far in 7 games than Manchester City have. Yeah? Let's not forget VAR done us out of that win against Spurs. Let's face it, yeah, a mistake by Otamendi and Stones, etc., against Norwich cost us the other 3 points. So, let's not go down this route of, our defence is this, our defence is that, our defence is the other. We have only conceded 2 more goals than Liverpool have in 7 games, and they're supposed to have this just incredible defence. It's a myth. It's an absolute myth. City fans need to realise this. We can't win 8-0 every single week. We just can't. So I think going to Goodison Park on a Saturday night game, winning 3-1, getting 3 points, I think it's a brilliant result. End story. That's my opinion. Centurion season with all the defenders, we won 3-2. There you go. Having to go from watching City win 8-0 to 3-1 to watch Cole lose 4-0 2 weeks in a row with 10 men. I know, Andy, stats-wise, let's keep the faith, and believe me, we can catch up with Liverpool. Of course we can. Jesus, there's 31 games to go yet. Long way to go. Long way to go. Joshua Pep says we have no money to spend, obviously, to do with financial fair play. I'd be amazed if we don't sign a world-class centre-back in January. January is not a good time to sign world-class centre-backs. I know we got Aymeric Laporte, but that was already done previously. World-class players don't want to move in January. They just don't, because chances are they may already have played for their team. It's Champions League, it's everything else. January is not a great window to be buying top class players. Will we sign somebody in January? I'm hoping so, I really am. But I think we'll wait and see. Win all games, we'll be champions, that's fact. I bet Leicester have, that is fact, because if we beat Liverpool twice, we will be. I bet Leicester have a better defence than Liverpool. 100, win all our games, champions, absolutely. We beat them in the FA Cup on pens. Should be able to hold off Liverpool if we beat them, absolutely. Thomas Hudson, I think we're looking the best we've ever looked, apart from the Norwich game where we were on fire. Should be 3 points behind, not 5. Shame VR doesn't work properly yet. The cereal bottlers. It's that Kellogg cereal bottlers, Joseph. I don't think we will buy anyone in January. City could win 999 games, lose 1 and still get stick from the press. Hey, that's absolutely spot on, Cal. Liverpool have had the most unbelievable luck for 18 months now. It won't stop now. Ruben Diaz, January. Again, it's saying it's, you try and get somebody out of a club in January who are in the Champions League and add another 20 million. Not only the extra 20 million City have to pay, you're talking ridiculous money, and City are not going to pay it. They're simply not going to pay. They won't pay 80 million quid for Maguire. Why would they go and pay 80, 100, 120 million quid for the likes of Koulibaly and etc., etc.? It's crazy, especially January. It's such a hard window. Merseyside is blue. Manchester is blue. Absolutely spot on. Cal Blundell. Excuse me. Just looking at just some facts, really, before I go, and that is City have scored 27 goals in their opening 7 league games this season. the most by any top flight team in the opening 7 matches of a season since Everton done it in 1894. There's a date for you. So we've just celebrated our 125th anniversary. So we've scored 27 goals. Gabby Jesus has scored 22 goals in his last 21 starts for club and country, netting in each of his last 6 starts for Man City. Kevin De Bruyne has provided 8 assists in the Premier League already this season. Only Fabregas in 2009-2010 has provided as many in his side's first 7 games in a single campaign. Riyad Mahrez has been directly involved in 17 goals in his last 17 starts for Man City in all competitions. That's 7 goals and 10 assists, including 9 in his last 7. That's 4 goals and 5 assists. City, obviously, Raheem Sterling scored his 100th league goal in all club competitions, with 77 of those coming for City and 23 for Liverpool. And Man City's victory over Everton and David Silva his 200th Premier League win in his 289th game in the competition, making him the quickest ever player to reach that total. 200 wins in 289 games. That is absolutely amazing. But then what do you expect from the absolute legend that is David Silva? But anyway, guys, I'm going to go. Been on a little bit longer than I thought was going. Hope you like the new format. Hope you like the new graphics. Hope, I just hope you like it. We've worked really hard on it, and you'll see by all the new sort of logos and the new thumbnails and everything else, there's more coming. We're going to be doing interactive stuff with these live vlogs where we can get other people on and we can chat and we can do all sorts of stuff. But that's coming in the next week or so. So, guys, have a wonderful evening. One last question I'm going to ask you. I know I've given you the Premier League, the player ratings, but this might open up a can of worms. But who was your man of the match? You've got 30 seconds. Joseph Beattie says Mahrez. Creamer says Mahrez. Oh, you've got to give one. Mahrez or Edison. Leonard said Mahrez. Martin said Edison. Ryan Edison, only reason won the game. Mingy won Mahrez. Ivor says Mahrez. Cheshire Homebrew Mahrez. Scott Williams Edison. Kiam, man of the match, Edison, easy. Edison says Mark the Blue. Martin Uber was my... Kevin Kaka says Mahrez. Adele says Eddie. Ivan says Mahrez. Calblundell Del for us, but for the game, Edison. Creeper says Mahrez. Voice of the North, Edison. Whew, that's a bit tight, isn't it? I thought Mahrez had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in below and hit enter just before I go so you can see who my man of the match was. I thought Mahrez was exceptional. But my man of the match goes to Edison. I think those 3 saves kept us in the game. I thought it was superb. Even though if I had to give scores from Edison and Mahrez, I'd give Edison a 10 and a Mahrez 9.9. That's how close it was for me between the 2 players. I could have given either of them, if I'm being honest with you. Andy, do you know because you're hard, can you better stand? Gundogan was actually my... Split then. Zeno was superb. I could give it both. I could easily. Okay, there you go. Just to keep some happy. Don't want to upset them. Both. Man of the match. There you go. So it could have been either. Could have been absolutely either of them. But Biggie kept it he wonderful. I mean, he made 2 very, very, very good saves. Very good saves. One was fairly routine, but he made 2 very good saves that kept us in it. So that was a difference for me. Could give it Mahrez, could give it Edison. I thought both were absolutely brilliant yesterday. If Edison would talk, he would even be better, and he'd start commanding that box. He does. You are the best, thank you. Piers Morgan for Man City. Get lost, can't stand that guy. It's all right, knob jockey. Expect 1 million likes on the video. Without Edison, we lose that game 3 or 4. Well, that was my point. That's why I would have just edged it for him. Bye all, sorry for the latest tonight. Andy gave me directions, so bugger off, Martin. Right, guys, listen, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. Hope you like the new graphics. Like I said, there'll be loads of new stuff coming on the channel. We've worked really, really hard on it. So there'll be new thumbnails, new graphics, new sort of things we're doing as well, interacting on the live vlogs and things like that. So hope you like it. And don't forget, go over. Please watch the videos from yesterday. Absolutely brilliant. Outside Goodison, interviewing fans. I got to meet Ferran and Soriano, and Cheeky. I had my picture taken with him, which you may have already seen on one of the thumbnails outside Goodison Park. So, yeah, this is Andy from Man City Fan TV. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, and thank you so much, everybody. Over the last couple of days, we've suddenly bagged 200-300 new subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. So clearly what we're doing is right, and yeah, keep it. We're nearly at the 10k. So as you can see, we're just over 300 away from 10,000 subscribers, which will be absolutely amazing. But if you're not a subscriber, tell your mates to subscribe, hit that bell icon, that way you're notified of videos that will come out every single day. Don't forget, go over, watch the videos from yesterday, and don't forget, go on Discord. And yeah, the guys will be on Discord later this evening. I've got to have an early night. I'm up early hours to catch my flight tomorrow. So I'll be back tomorrow at some point in the evening, maybe, when I'm in Latvia. So guys, take care. Have a wonderful Sunday evening. Sandy from Man City Fan TV, and we'll see you soon.